Ooh. Ah. Humble the water a little bit. All right. Israel, we're going to get started in 1 second. Get this right. Make sure that we live. Make sure the sound is straight. Testing, testing. Testing, testing, testing.
Test.
Testing, testing, testing. Okay. Something's not going on my phone. Shalom, Israel. Yahaba Shemi Al-Shah. Yahweh Shamal Latham Shemi Al-Shah at the water. For tuning in. We got a late night Sabbath service. Hey, Shalom, Lord Christ. Let's see. Yashar Banath. Shalom, Lord Christ. The water for tuning in. Straight out of Indianapolis. Most High Christ. You know what I'm saying? So, as we know, you know what I mean? Sabbath service is from what? Friday even to Saturday even, right? So where are we at right now? We are in the midst of Sabbath service, all right? Or in the midst of Sabbath. So we're going to get in Sabbath service. We're going to knock it out real quick, knock it out the park. You know what I'm saying? If you have any questions, concerns, you have anything you want to add in, put it in the chat. Baba Kasha, you know what I mean? Help the algorithm, help the class to keep it moving steadily. And we're going to get it in. Let me get to our scripture and then we're going to start it off right now. But the water for tuning in. Water. You watching this online, go ahead and check in online. Let me shout you out. All right. I told you 8 and what? I told you 8 and what? I don't have my phone.
Exodus.
Oh, yeah, it's right here.
Exodus 8.
You know, verse?
La.
Okay, 8:6. All right. So we're gonna get this started off, and yeah, like it. We're gonna get this started off right now. All right. So it's me and the brother, Mijam. Right. Sorry, face me. There you go. Sorry.
La Yasharallah, which reads to Israel.
Sorry. Sorry. There you go. Sorry. All right. We're gonna get these prayers going. I ask everybody to stand and face the east. Oh yeah, do the horn one more time. So lock it. It's been a while for me. It's been a while. Good job. Good job. Sorry. Sorry. All right. Now we can get everybody to stand, face the east. We're gonna shoot these prayers up real quick. We're gonna read the prayers in the Hebrew and then read them in the English. And we're gonna start off with the Lord's Prayer. This is the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Kodash.
Kodash.
Shemka.
Shamka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Malakutka.
Malahuka.
Taba'a.
Dawa'a.
Ratazaka.
Ratazaka.
Haya.
Yaya.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Ba'arataza.
Barataza.
Kawa.
Kawa.
Haya.
Haya.
Bashamayim.
Bashamayim.
Nathanyanawa.
Nathanyanawa.
Lakam.
Lakam.
Call.
Call.
Yawam.
Yawam.
Wasalakwanawa.
Wasalakwanawa.
Kabawathanawa.
Kawanakwanawa.
Kasalakwanawa.
Kasalakwanawa.
Kabawathanawa.
Kabawathanawa.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Kabawayanawa.
Kabawayanawa.
Barasaiwa.
Basaiwa.
Abal.
Abba.
Hawashinawa.
Hawashainawa.
Mayan.
Mayan.
Ra.
Rai.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Laka.
Laka.
Hamalakwa.
Hamalakwa.
Wala'ala.
Wala'ala.
Watapara.
Watapara.
Walayayam.
Walayayam.
Aman.
Aman. In English, the Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done.
In earth.
In earth.
As it is.
As it is.
In heaven.
In heaven.
Give us today.
Give us this day.
Give us this day.
Give us this day
our daily bread.
Our daily bread.
And forgive our debts.
And forgive us our debts.
As we forgive our debtors.
As we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not.
And lead us not.
Into temptation.
Into temptation.
But deliver us.
But deliver us.
From evil.
From evil.
For thine, Salakia, for thine is the kingdom.
For thine is the kingdom.
And the power.
And the power.
And the glory.
And the glory.
Forever.
Forever.
So be it.
So be it.
Amen.
This is Hakak in the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem.
Ba'ashem.
Yahushai.
Yahushai.
Babakashah.
Babakashah.
Nathanyanawa.
Nathanyanawa.
Hakak.
Haka.
Hakak.
Haka.
Lapra'a.
Lapara.
Call.
Call.
Makala.
Makala.
Wakal.
Wakal.
Madawa.
Madawa.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Latahar.
Latahar.
Ha.
Ha.
Matazariah.
Matazariah.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Lahachwam. Salakia. Lahakoyam.
Lahakwayam.
Hamathium.
Hamathium.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Ow.
Ow.
Rakawath.
Rakawath.
Hatama. Salakia. Hatama Allah.
Hatama Allah.
Lagarashan.
Lagarashan.
Ba'ashem.
Ba'ashem.
Yahushai.
Yahushai.
The water.
Aman. Aman. Hakad, the power in English. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name.
In the name.
Of Yahushai.
Of Yahushai.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
The power to heal all manner of sickness.
The power to heal all manner of sickness.
And all manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the leper.
The power to cleanse the leper.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
The power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name.
In the name.
Of Yahushai.
Of Yahushai.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. Bless Israel. In the Hebrew, Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem.
Ba'ashem.
Yahushai.
Yahushai.
Barak Lanawa.
Barak Lanawa.
Why Yasharala.
Why Yasharala.
Waha.
Waha.
Bayath.
Bayath.
Saparayam.
Saparayam.
Saparayam. Saparium.
Saparium.
Barak.
Ba'ashem. Ba'ashem.
Yahushai.
The water.
Aman.
Aman. What we said was, Lord, in the name of Yahushai.
In the name of Yahushai.
Bless us.
Bless us.
And Israel.
And the school.
In the name. Of Yahushai. The water.
Thank you.
Thank you. So be it.
So be it. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah. Ayanya. All. Haharim.
Mayan.
Yaba'ah.
Isaiah. Mayam. Yahweh. Aisha. Shamayam.
Wa
Ratazah. All.
Yatan.
Lamawat. Regalka. All.
Yanawam.
Shamarka.
Hana.
La'a.
Yanawam.
Yanyawam. Wala'a.
Yayashayan.
Yayashan. Yayashan.
Shawamar.
Shawamar.
Yasharala.
Yasharala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Tazalka.
Tazalka.
Al. Yad.
Yad.
Yamyamka.
Yamyamka.
Yawamam.
Yawamam.
Hashamash.
Hashamash. La'a.
Yakaka.
Yakaka.
Wayarach.
Wayarach.
Balaya. Yahweh.
Yashamarka. Makar. Rai. Yashamar. Avnapaska. Yahweh. Yashamar. Tazaatka. Wabawathatka. Mayata. Awalam. In the English, I will lift up my eyes unto the hill.
I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from the Lord.
My help cometh from the Lord,
which made heaven and earth.
Which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will keep it thee. He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold,
he
that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep.
He that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy shade upon the right hand.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
Nor the moon by night.
Nor the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee.
The Lord shall preserve thee.
From all evil.
From all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out.
The Lord shall preserve thy going out.
And thy coming in.
And thy coming in.
From this time forth.
From this time forth.
And even forevermore.
And even forevermore. Psalms 83. In the Hebrew. Alahayim. All. Damaka. Damaya. Laka. All. Dakarash.
Wa'al.
Dashakwat. All. Kaya. Ana. I will wabaka.
Wabaka.
Yahama. Yawam. Rash.
Al.
Amaka.
Laka.
Wanakakidim.
Magaya. Wala'a. Yazakar. Shum. Yasharala. Awadya. Kaya. Naiwataza. Laba.
Yakadwa.
Ayaka.
Baryat.
Yakarathwa. Ahalia. Adayam. Wa. Yashamai. Allah. Ayam.
Mawaba.
Wahagayim. Gabal. Wamawam. Wamalak. Palashat.
I'm Yeshabia.
Tazarwa. Gum. Ashawar. Alawa. Imam.
Hawa.
Zarwai.
Lawanya.
Barat. Lawat. Salah. Aisha. Laham. Kamadyam. Kasaya. Sara'ah.
Kayabyam.
Malakar. Kayash. One. Nashamadyawa. Bayan. Darwa. Hayawa. Daman. Ladama. Shayatamwa. Nada.
Yamawa.
Yamawa.
Karab, Wakazaba, Wakazabat, Wakatazar, Manai, Call, Nasakamya, what? Nasakamwa, Ashar, Amarwa, Nashara, Lanawa, Af, Nawat, Alayam, Alahaya, Shayatamwa, Kagagala, Kakwash, Lapanya, Rawaka, Kaash, Dabara'a, Yara, Wa, Kala'aba, Dalahat, Hariharim, Khan, Taradama, Basa Araka, Wabasa, Wapatka, Daba Ilam, Mala'a, Panaham, Kualawam, Wa'a, Lakashwa, Shamka, Yahawa, Abashwa, Wa'a, Bahalwa, Ayai, Wa'a, Kaparwa, Wa'a, Abaya, Wa'a, Dawa, Kaiwa, Ada, Shamka, Yahawa, Labadka, Iwalam, Al, Call, Haratazar. Psalms 83 in the English. Keep not thy silence, O God. Keep not thy silence, O God.
Hold not thy peace. And be not still, O God.
And be not still, O God.
For lo, thine enemies make a tumult. And they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel. Against thy people. And consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come, and let us cut them off from being a nation. That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They have confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom. And the Ishmaelites. Of Moab. And the Hagarenes. And Gebal. And Ammon. And Amalek. And the Philistines. With the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah. Do unto them. As unto the Midianites. As to Sisera. As to Jabin. As to the brook of Kishon. Which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb. And like Zeb. Yea. All the princes of Zebah. And it's Salumah. Who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of God. In possession. Oh my God. Make them like a wheel. As stubble before the wind. As the fire burneth the wood. And as the flame set the mountains on fire. So persecute them with the tempest. And make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame. that they may seek thy name.
That they may seek thy name.
O Lord.
O Lord.
Let them be confounded and troubled forever.
Let them be confounded and troubled forever.
Yea.
Yea.
Let them be put to shame.
Let them be put to shame.
And perish.
And perish.
That men may know.
That men may know.
That thou.
Whose name alone.
Is Yahweh.
Is Yahweh.
Art the most high over all the earth.
Art the most high over all the earth. This is the blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Why Yahweh Shai.
Why Yahweh Shai.
Why Ma'aka Allah.
Why Ma'aka Allah.
Wa Alahayim.
Wa Alahayim.
Matazav Ya'ab.
Matazav Ya'ab.
Alawap Yahana.
Alawap Yahana.
Ha Alawapium.
Ha Alawapium.
Hasaranyam.
Hasaranyam.
Hakwatazayanyam.
Wakatazayanyam.
Hakayanyam.
Hakayanyam.
Wa Akhwafium.
Wa Akhwafium.
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Yahweh Shai, the water,
Aman. This is the blessings in the English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Michael. And the angels. Commanding General Yohanan. The generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it.
Sorry. You seated? All right. So first, let's get the Most High in here. All right. So Sabbath service, we're gonna read the book of Genesis. So like it, we're gonna read the book of Exodus. Is where we're at. Exodus chapter 8 and verse 6. So I'm gonna read the 7 verses in the Hebrew, and brother Yakawan is gonna read it in the English.
Okay.
So first 7 verses we're gonna read in the Hebrew, and then we'll do in the English, and we'll make sure we're reading the right scripture. Okay, Exodus 8 and 6. Okay. It's a nice one too. Jesus. All right. All right, so I'm gonna read the first 7 verses. Well, I'm sorry. I'm gonna read the 7 verses in the Hebrew. This is 8 and 6. Let me see. Let's go on my spot real quick. Okay. All right, there we go. All right, so this is the book of Exodus, chapter 8 and verse 6 in the Hebrew. Waya mar amar lama kar waya mar ka ta die Baya Yun Ba Baya Ha Hawa Ha Al Alahaya Na Na Nawa Wa Wasa Ra Ra Ha Ha Hatazapa Power da I Yum Mamar Ha Wama Wama Bak Yar Wama I Bada Yar Wama Imar Rock Rock Baya Har Quasha Ranaha Waya Aya Masha Harazar Salakia High Run Ma'im Para Aya Waya I yup Waya I Mashaha Alaya Ha Hawa Io Rabar I Power Iam Ashra Shum La Lapora Lapo Raha Waya Aish Yahweh Kada Bar Masha Waya Martha Wa Ha where am I at? 9 Wa like Ha I pa Ra Yum Mazahai Batayum Mazah Haka Ira Wamaza Hashdath Waya bara aham kamaram kamaram wata ba ash wa that's like it rana waya ra'a para aya para iha how haya taha hada wahaha ha hadaka the dar as la baya wala shamai alaham kahashra daba ra Yahweh sa waya amar Yahweh ala mashha amar ala ahara raza bataha masar wahara al par rana yes, it's like it. Wahaya labanam bakal I run my iram. All right, 7.
Kawakan. There's the book of Exodus, chapter 8, and verse.
Lord Christ, Dennis. Go ahead.
The book of Exodus, chapter 8, verse 6. And Aaron stretched out his hand over the waters of Egypt, and the frogs came up and covered the land of Egypt. Verse 7. And the magicians did so with their enchantments and brought up frogs upon the land of Egypt.
Okay, so where are we at right now in this specific chapter, Yakuan? What time period is this?
This is in the time of Egypt's reign over the earth.
Okay. And what is happening?
What's happening is that the Lord heard the cries of the children of Israel, and he sent Moses to speak for the children of Israel against Pharaoh, and he's pleading with them, or he's telling them that he needs to let his the Israelites go worship him into the wilderness.
Okay, most on right. So, what's going on right now is the Lord is in the midst of freeing Israel from the land of Egypt.
Right.
And he's setting plagues on the land of Egypt. So this particular plague that's going on right now, you know what I mean, is the frogs, right? So a lot of people try to think like, okay, they think like this is kind of like the movies where, you know what I mean, when Pharaoh's priest did something, it was kind of like a trickery type of situation. No, what they were doing was also happening as well, but there was a reason for that. You know why that was happening?
Because the Lord wanted to get their attention and wanted them to know that there was the Most High God was interceding for the children of Israel.
Close, very close. Why is it that Moses was able to get the frogs to come, but why also was the priest able to get the frogs to come?
So, like, the only thing that I could say is that the frogs were already coming because of the fact that, you know, Aaron and Moses had already started the plague.
Let's read it one more time. Start at 6.
Kawakan. And Aaron stretched out his hand over the waters of Egypt, and the frogs came up and covered the land of Egypt. And the magicians did so with their own enchantment and brought up frogs upon the land of Egypt.
So it doesn't say that they tricked frogs to come out. It says that they did it. They did the same thing, and frogs were brought up as well. Do you know why that's happening?
So, like, the other one, because it was in the midst of happening. It was so they took advantage of sort of like the miracle that that Moses called upon God and you know, called the frogs to come out of the river.
Well, no, I mean, okay, because it says with their enchantment. It doesn't say with what Aaron was doing, because Aaron lifted up his hands,
right,
and the frogs came and covered up the land of Egypt. But also the what do you call them? The wizards or the magicians?
The magicians.
Yeah, the magicians. They also did the same thing. Do you know why that was able to happen? I'll just answer it for you. Right. The reason why the magicians were able as well to also be able to bring frogs forth is because the Lord allowed it to. That's why. Okay. The Lord allowed it to, because technically after the first plague, after the second plague, Pharaoh was already wanting to throw in the towel. You know what I'm saying? Pharaoh was already by himself already wanting to give up. He was already ready to let the Israelites go after the second plague, right?
Right.
But the only reason that he did not is because the Lord didn't want him to.
Right.
The Lord didn't want him to give up so easy. You know what I'm saying? The Lord wanted to keep on bringing his plagues to the land. He wanted to keep on demolishing the place. So the reason why the magicians were also able to, because the Lord allowed it to. Right. The Lord wanted Pharaoh's heart to be hardened. He wanted him to continue to keep on feeling like there was a sign of hope, that he could do the same things that the God of Israel could do. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
So that's why it happened. You know what I mean? A lot of people get it confused and they think it's like the movie Prince of Egypt.
Right.
And there would be like some trickery going on where, you know what I mean, like the magicians are doing something. You know what I mean? Like, no, there is another side to the spectrum. And the only reason it was allowed to happen is because the Lord wanted it to happen for there to remain, you know what I mean, plagues to keep going in that place.
Right.
Because if it wasn't for the Lord, then Pharaoh would have thrown the towel a long time ago. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But where'd you end off at?
8.
Go ahead, keep going.
Verse 8. Then Pharaoh called for Moses and Aaron and said, "Entreat the Lord that he may take away the frogs from me and from my people, and I will let the people go, that they may do sacrifice unto the Lord." Verse 9. And Moses said unto Pharaoh, "Glory over me, when shall I entreat for thee and for thy servants and for thy people to destroy the frogs from thee and from thy house, that they may remain in the rivers only?" Verse 10. And he said, "Tomorrow." And he said, "Be it according to thy word." that thou mayest know that there is none like unto the Lord our God. Verse 11, and the frog shall depart from thee, and from thine house, and from thy servants, and from thy people. They shall remain in the river only. Verse 12, and Moses and Aaron went out from Pharaoh, and Moses cried unto the Lord because of the frogs which he had brought against Pharaoh.
So this is the thing. You see that Pharaoh was already ready to give up. You know what I mean? Just off of the frogs alone, he was just ready to give up. You know what I mean? Just like we was just talking about. I mean, it took it like you gotta understand. This is the beginning stages of the Lord's plagues.
Right.
And he was already ready to give up. Now, I'm saying this for it also to correlate with what you see going on to America today.
Right.
America is stiff-necked. So they're not going to, oh yeah, well, we're gonna, you know what I mean, just throw in the towel and give up. You're not gonna see that type of reaction from America. But is America falling very slowly but surely? Yes, that is happening. That's happening as we speak.
That's right.
Is this place being plagued? Yes, that's happening. That's happening as we speak. Will the white man throw in the towel? Absolutely not. He will not throw in the towel because the Lord doesn't want him to throw in the towel.
Right.
The Lord wants his heart hardened, and he wants him to feel as if there's still a sense of hope. There's still a chance that this place could go back to the way it was. Where we at right now, we there's so many plagues upon this place. You even the eggs are plagued.
Right.
You got carton of eggs for like what?
$20
a carton now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just going to continue to keep getting higher. And then they had the audacity and the nerve to want to try to deem war against the tribe of Isupk, which, you know what I'm saying, is bad enough. We got the eggs, and now we're going to have the fruit famine. You know what I mean? We got the egg famine, now we're going to have the fruit famine, and that it's going to be a whole bunch of different things going on. And our oppressor, he's going to want to throw in the towel, but he's not going to make it known. He's not going to say, oh yeah, well, everybody just going to let the black people are Israelites, Hispanic people are Israelites, Native Americans are Israelites, and we're going to leave y'all alone. No, it's not going to happen like that. You know what I mean? The Lord has hardened our oppressor's heart to the point where he's going to continue to keep fighting to strive and keep this place afloat, but it's not going to happen.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just as well as he's hardening Pharaoh's heart. Now Pharaoh was ready to throw in the towel. He said, "Take your people, go ahead and go." And it made Moses weep. But the thing about it is, it's because we're talking about Moses' hometown. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta get an understanding about that. This is Moses' hometown. Moses didn't come out into the truth off of struggle. Moses just had pure brotherhood for his brothers and his sisters. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much what it was. It's not like he was one of the oppressed in this situation. Moses was adopted into royalty. You know what I mean? And yet he still loved his people so much that he was willing to lose his seat in that seat of elegance and you know what I mean, and wealth.
Right.
He was able to lose it in order to reassure that his people got their fair shot at freedom, right? You know what I mean? But the reason we see that Moses weep because of what's happening to Egypt, and this is the place where he grew up. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna read from verse where are we going? Verse 13 to 20 in the Hebrew. Try to make this as quick as possible because we got to go to all the way to chapter 9. So we'll only go so far to a time extent, and I'll try my best to get to chapter 9. If anything, if we run behind and time is not on our side, which it really is not, Salakia for starting late, but I'll let the brothers know so that the class can continue next Sabbath service from where we left off, because you really want to take your time on this particular subject, because this is like one of the best, you know what I mean, one of the best records in the Bible with Moses and freeing Israel. This is where This is all stemming from the freedom of Israel getting into their seat into the getting into their seat into the kingdom, into our kingdom, establishing our kingdom, building our kingdom, losing our kingdom because of our disobedience, and now working our way towards getting our kingdom back, right? Because of Christ's sacrifice. That's what this Bible is about. I mean, so I'm gonna read 13 through 20 in the Hebrew. Why ban why ta, make sure I'm saying that one right. Yeah, Khan. Why ta rana asa ya wa ba bama bamasai bamasaha why war asa athai par rana what the higher haba haka num ba aram waba ha maha ka I par aran ya kanayam bakal I run my rayum wayash why sha shawa ka kan. Make sure. Okay, that's Salaki. That's call haka hakar sa hakasa sama yum balasai yahum laha wa I yaha ya I habanayim wala yakawa was haya hakanum iram waba ha maha waya marwa hakarasa sama mum al aya it's like but I ala hayam how why kazapa. Okay, so multitude, it says there's no evidence Jesus was black. Okay, let me finish this real quick and we'll get to that real quick. Okay, so just hold that question, multitude, and we'll help you out with that. Malcolm mentioned. No, don't press that. Just leave them right there. We'll help you out with that, multitude. Just a second. Let me finish this real quick. So like laba para aya la wala shamai alahaim ka ashra ba salaki daba dabar Yahweh sa waya I'm mar Yahweh al masha ha hashkam bapara wahai yaid la panaya paaya hanaha why aya hana hamaya maha I marth ala yaha kaha I'm amar Yahweh shalath I'm a ya why ya run a ya ka ya I'm so like I'm ayanar lath ata I'm ya hana ya mashla yach ba bar waba I bar ya yar waba I mar wabak ya yar asa I rob wama la Iowa bata ya my ira yum ath I rob wagum ra rum ya rumha ashra haim ilaya wahapa palayafya by one how ath ala young gashian ashra I maya bayam I af alayan Gashar, Ashra, Imaya, Imar, like Ahmad, Yaha, Ya, Haya Wath, Shum, Rob, Lama La, Tara Kaya, Anaya, Yahweh, Ba Baparab, Hi Ron, Wash Mataya, Pa Pa Pod Pata, Bayala, Maya, Wabayan, Wamar, Lama Tara, Yahweh, Ha'ath, Hazaha, Wayash, Waish, Yahweh, Kana, Waya Rob, Kabada, Kayata, Aya, Wabayach, Yath, Mapanaya, Ira Ba. All right. Woo! Okay. Let me get into English.
Khan, this is the book of Exodus, chapter 8 and verse 13. And the Lord did according to the word of Moses, and the frogs died out of the houses, out of the villages, and out of the fields. Verse 14. And they gathered them together upon heaps, and the land stank. Verse 15. But when Pharaoh saw that there was respite, he hardened his heart, and hearkened not unto them, as the Lord had said. Verse 16. And the Lord said unto Moses, say unto Aaron, stretch out thy rod, and smite the dust of the land, that it may become lice throughout all the land of Egypt. And they did so, for Aaron stretched out his hands with his rod, and smote and the dust of the earth, and it became lice in men and in beasts. All the dust of the land became lice throughout all the land of Egypt. Verse 18. And the
right there. Let me get Revelations 1 and 13.
Come.
Okay, so it says there's no evidence that Jesus was black. Is what somebody put in the chat. He likely looked like the Jews on the outskirts of modern Palestine. You guys aren't Israelites. You just random black people equal to everyone else. Okay, no Christians believe that this stuff was last 2,000 years. This belief came from Malcolm X.
He saw the movie.
He said this belief came from Malcolm X, the political movement, and gained tactical communities. You can't ignore the Christianity from the time of Jesus and Palestinians. Okay, this is just okay. Plus, you just cherry pick from Torah and the Bible, corrupt a bunch of it. There is no logical way to believe the things you preach. Okay, So let me get Revelations 1 and 13. You started off by saying that there's no physical evidence to show. I'm pretty sure you fled already because that's what you know. What I mean, that's what people do. They want to troll and then hurry up and run and leave before they get proved wrong.
Right.
But first of all, you came in here with a fake name. That's the first issue. You know what I mean? We're gonna get to the scriptures in just a second, but just to correct this person who decided to come into the class and think that they could teach something. First thing, Malcolm X did not start. Malcolm X was not Israelite at all. Malcolm X did not start anything. Malcolm X followed a Arabic religion, which is the Islamic religion of being a Muslim. You know what I'm saying? He was a Muslim. He wasn't an Israelite. So that's the first thing you don't know what you're talking about. First, you came with a name called multitude. You're not a multitude. You stand alone, and you come to people who teach to the multitude to try to get your point across, which doesn't really, you know what I mean, go with your name. You are a person who stands alone, who tries to troll. Really, you're just a Christian. You know what I mean? You probably don't stand alone. You stand with the other Christians. But you're trying to mix in what you say. You can't ignore all the Christianity from the time of Jesus all the way to the Protestant Reformation. First of all, Christian is just saying it was a insulting word in the Bible,
right?
Just for people who follow Christ. It was like calling somebody like a spick or something like that,
right?
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't really something that was looked at as a word with a definition. So you saying you can't ignore the Christianity that was during the Jesus days just shows how ignorant you are. And I'm gonna stop with this. You said that there's no physical evidence of what we're teaching. Read Revelations chapter 1 and verse 13.
Khan, if I may I read verse 1?
Sure.
So, there's a book of Revelations, chapter 1, verse 1. The revelation of Yahweh Shai Mashiach, which is Jesus Christ, which God gave unto him to show unto his servants things which must surely come to pass. And he sent and signified it by his angels unto his servant John. Verse 15. Now I'm going to jump down to verse 13. Salakia. Mm-hmm. Verse 13. And in the midst of heaven, in the midst of 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot.
So the Son of Man is who? Christ, right?
Christ.
So if the Son of Man is Christ, we're starting to get a description in this. What you say we don't have any physical evidence. The Bible is all the evidence that we need. This is the description of what Christ looked like. Go ahead.
Kana water Khan. Salakia. Clothed with Salakia, I'm going to start from the top. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girded about his paps with a golden girdle. Verse 14. His head and his hair were white like wool, as white as snow.
So this is telling you the color and the texture of what Christ's hair looked like.
Right.
It was white and it was like wool, right? So you're talking about this could be a Jewish man in the modern Palestinian area. This not sound like it. Go ahead, keep going.
And his eyes were as a flame of fire. Mm-hmm. Verse 15. And his feet like unto fine brass.
His feet were like what?
Unto fine brass.
What color is brass?
Brown, dark brown.
Brass is a brown, right?
Brown.
Okay, keep going.
Khan. Where was that?
His feet were like unto fine brass.
Verse 15. And his feet were like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace.
As if they what?
As if they burned in a furnace.
As if they what?
As if they burned in a furnace.
As if they burnt in the furnace. So what are you talking about? We don't have any evidence of what we're teaching. As if they burnt. Do you see this color right here? Do you see this coal burning? What color is that? So what are you talking about? He was he looked like a Palestinian. You know what I mean? Or he looked like a Jewish man. No, he looked like a black man. The person that you said that he doesn't look like. There's no evidence that Jesus was black, there is evidence.
That's right.
Open up the book.
That's right.
You came in here and you wanted to troll because you love white people. That's pretty much all it is. Or you're white yourself. You're a white person who's going to have to face judgment.
Right.
You don't want to face judgment. So in order for you not to have to face judgment, you have to debunk everything that these black Israelites are talking about. That's what y'all call us, black Israelites. You got to debunk what we're talking about. So you don't have to face the judgment that your forefathers have set before you. But you're going to have to face it. You're going to have to face it, or your white daddy is going to have to face it, depending on whatever the circumstances of who you are, because you are hiding, and you are hiding behind a name of multitude. The multitude of your people and your daddy are going to have to face judgment for the crimes that they committed against all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
That's right.
And if you need physical evidence, what you need to do is keep on tapping into class, log in, and you'll figure out where we get our physical evidence that Christ is black, that the Israelites are all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and that white people are the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
All right, go ahead and block him. You got it. Let me get him up out of here. I don't even want to see what he got to say. All right, back to regular schedule. Go ahead and read verse 13 for me real quick. And go down to 20, and then we'll discuss it, and then we'll read our last seven. We'll read our last seven verses, and then we'll get up out of here. We'll get everybody up out of here. If the water for still tuning in, you know what I mean. The water for you too, multitude. You know what I mean. You should put in a multitude of your tithes into the we should put the tithe link into the chat, so you can put a multitude of your money in there, and you know what I'm saying. And pay for the sins that you've committed, because I know you white. You got to be white. There's no way, or either way, you white. If you're a black person trying to save white people, or you white person trying to save yourself, you still white. Go ahead, keep going.
Khan. Verse 13, and the Lord did according to the word of Moses, and the frogs died out of the houses, out of the villages, and out of the fields.
So this plague is starting to diminish. Okay. This plague of these frogs is diminishing. You know what I mean? The Lord's getting rid of them, because, you know what I mean, Pharaoh has been crying like a little girl trying to get this plague off of his land. As you see, coronavirus is starting to diminish a little bit. You know what I mean? You see, it's not as heavy as it used to be when it first dropped back in 2020, 2021.
Khan.
It's not as bad as it used to be. It's just diminishing just a little bit. But at the end of the day, there's still more plagues to come. Keep going.
Verse 14, and they gathered them up together upon heaps, and the land stank. Verse 15, but when Pharaoh saw that there was respite, he hardened his heart and hearkened not unto them, as the Lord had said. Verse 16, and the Lord said unto Moses, say unto Aaron, stretch out thy rod and smite the dust of the land, that it may become lice throughout all the land of Egypt.
Ooh-wee.
Verse 17, and they did so, for Aaron stretched out his hand with his rod, and smote the dust of the earth, and it became lice in man and in beast, and all the dust of the land became lice throughout all the land of Egypt. Verse 18, and the magicians did so with their own enchantment, to bring forth lice, but they could not. So there were lice upon man and upon beast.
So go ahead, keep going. Go until you get to 20.
Verse 19, then the magician said unto Pharaoh, this is the finger of God. And Pharaoh's heart was hardened, and the Lord hearkened not unto Salakia, and he hearkened not unto them, as the Lord had said. Verse 20, and the Lord said unto Moses, rise up early in the morning and stand before Pharaoh. Lo, he cometh forth to Salakia. He cometh forth to water, and said unto him, thus saith the Lord, let my people go, that they may serve me.
So we see that the Lord has just proven that Pharaoh is just not a man of his word. Even though times is getting harder and he's reacting in such a panic way, like, oh, okay, I'm gonna do what you said. he's not going to own up to it. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to get rid of his what's the word I'm looking for? His money grab. You know what I mean? Like it's just easy pickings. You know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't want to get rid of the house of Israel, just like America doesn't want to get rid of blacks and Hispanics. They make it seem like they want to deport. They really don't want to do that. They don't want to get rid of all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans because they know that this country would not even be what it is. You know what I mean? This is just the appeasement or the how can I say? They're asserting their authority at the top of the food chain. That's it. They really don't want to get rid of all Hispanics. They don't want the illegals to go away. Not all of them. Because who's going to do the dirty jobs? Who's going to do the jobs that they don't want to do? Who's going to come up with all these different new ideas of ways of making labor easier, of making things easier in this country? Because that's all we've been doing since we've got here. We've shown them that you can do this in an easy way. You can do this in a way where you're working hard. Esau don't want to work hard. Esau wants to sit back on his lazy behind and just watch things happen while overtaking. He just wants to unalive all day. That's what he wants to do. Right. You know what I'm saying? He just wants to go out and hunt and unalive all day. That's really what he wants to do in his heart. Right. You know what I'm saying? So you have what's going on in this situation. Pharaoh is not owning up to what he said he was going to do. He's not being a man of his word, and the Lord is showing you that. You know what I mean? And then not just that, the Lord is sending more plagues to him. So what does he do? He tells Aaron to smite the dust, and it's going to turn into fleas. You know what I mean? So fleas came upon the whole land. You got to think of an infestation of lights. Lights. Is it lights or fleas?
It's lights.
Lights. So like it. So it says within man and beast. You know what I'm saying? So we're talking about a whole infestation of lights. Like, and you ever had that like kid in the classroom that had lights and the whole classroom just erupt with disgust? Right. You know what I mean? Like, oh, he got lights, and then everybody just going crazy because they see, like, you know what I mean? This is a contagious, disgusting thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? These little bitty bugs just breathing in your head. You know what I'm saying? Right. So this is what's going on within the land of Egypt. The Lord told Aaron to smite the dust, and then now we have an infestation of lights upon the land. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna read this last seven scriptures in Hebrew, and we're gonna check up out of here. All right. Due to time's sake. So I'm gonna go from 20 to 27, and then we're out of here.
21, another one.
21? Okay, so like it. 21 to 28. Paraiha, al mashaha, wala harana, waya mar laka wa zaba select it. Zaba kawa la haya come ba run wa mar masha la naka waza wana la aish wata ka kun tawa I but ma I rayum naza bath la hawa ala ha ya nawa han Nazabath, Ath, Tha, Tawa I, but Bath, Ma I, Yum, La I, Yaham, Wala Yasakala la Kawa Dara Shala Shaf Yama Yum ba Nala Ra Bama Da Bar Waza Baza Kana Wa La Yahawa ala Hayam Naha Noah Ashra wa Ya Amar ala wa ya Mar power I ana Kaya Ashla Loth Afkum Yaza Bachatham Laya Hawa ala Hayam Bama Bamar Bara Rach Hara La Tara Yaka La Kaf I the ya Ra ba ira ya wa ya mar masha hana ana kaya yawa I ya ma mar waha I the daya ala al wa wahaya wasar ira ba mapara iha I bara ya yawa wama I makar rock ala al yasa pa kara I hata la laba lath ya shalaf af hayam Lazabach Laya Howell. Oh shoot. What are we going to
28.
28, right?
Okay.
Okay, so almost there. I'll just get to the end of chapter 8. Why Waya Aya, Mashaha, Ma'im, Para Aya, Waya I, Thara, Al, Yahweh, Waya Aish, Yahweh, Kada Bara, Masha, Waya Sar, I, Rob, Mapra, Iha, I, Bara, Yawa, Wama, I, Moa, La'a, Kashar, Achad, Kabra, Para Iha, Laba Ya, Laba Wa, Gum, it's like it. Bapa I'm, Haza I, Wala Shalach, I'm, Most High Christ. It's been a while, y'all. It's been a while. You know what I'm saying? Even if I still was reading the same way. Okay. Go ahead. From what? What we? 20?
Yeah, I'm gonna start at 20.
21.
Kokan, but I'm gonna start at 20 just so.
Start at 21. Start at 21.
Kokan. Verse 20. The book of Exodus, chapter 8, verse 21. Else, if thou wilt not let my people go, behold, I will send swarms of flies upon thee, and upon thy servants, and upon thy people, and unto thy houses, and the houses of Egyptians shall be full of swarms of flies, and also the ground whereon they are. Verse 22. And I will sever in the day and I will sever in the day the land of Goshen in which my people dwell, that no swarm of flies shall be there, to the end thou mayest know that I am the Lord in the midst of the earth. Verse 23. And I will put a division between my people and thy people. Tomorrow shall this be sign. Salakia. Tomorrow shall this sign be. Verse 24. And the Lord did so, and there came a grievous swarm of flies into the house of Pharaoh and into his servants. Salakia, and into his servants' houses, and into all the land of Egypt. The land was corrupt by reason of swarms of flies. Verse 25. And Pharaoh called for Moses and for Aaron and said, Go ye, sacrifice to your God in the land. Verse 26. And Moses said, It is not meet so to do, for we shall sacrifice abomination of the Egyptians to the Lord our God. Lo, shall we sacrifice the abomination of the Egyptians before their eyes? And will they not, Salakia, and will they not stone us? Verse 27. We will go 3 days journey into the wilderness and sacrifice to the Lord our God, and Salakia, and he shall command us. Verse 28. And Pharaoh said, I will let you go, that ye may sacrifice to the Lord your God in the wilderness. Only ye shall not go very far away. Entreat for me. Verse 29. And Moses said, Behold, I go out from thee, and I will entreat the Lord from thee, and I will entreat the Lord that thy swarms of flies may depart from Pharaoh, from his servants, and from his people tomorrow. But let not but let not the pharaohs deal deceitfully anymore, not letting the people go to sacrifice to the Lord. Verse 30. And Moses went out from Pharaoh and entreated the Lord. Verse 31. And the Lord said, according to the word of Moses, and he removed the swarms of flies from Pharaoh, from his from his servants and from his people. There he remained not one. Verse 32. And Pharaoh hardened his heart at this time also, neither would he let them, neither would he let the people go.
But just a real quick brief, you know what I'm saying? So the Lord dropped another plague, dropped flies. You got to think, this flies, it even was talking about how much Egypt stank. You know what I mean? You got to understand that water turning into blood.
Right.
The frogs. This is a funky place now. This place smells like just a whole land of sewage. You know what I mean? Like a whole dead body. You know what I'm saying? So then it brings them up. Now you have the flies, right? You have these flies, and it's like an infestation of flies. You got an infestation of lights. I mean, even when the Egyptians tried to replicate the lights, they couldn't do it. You know what I mean? Because now it's like the Lord went from hardening Pharaoh's heart to now Pharaoh is humiliated.
Right.
Now you don't see that the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart. Pharaoh's heart is hardened. That's why he sat there and said, oh, well, go sacrifice to your God to get rid of these flies. And Moses is like, we're not about to sacrifice here. This is a corrupted land. We're not going to make a sacrifice of this corruption to our God. You know what I mean? Let us go amongst, because at that time period, Egypt is infested with, you know what I mean, funk, flies, lights, frogs, all these things, you know what I'm saying? It's infested with all this stuff going on. And at that time period, while Israelites are in Goshen, they're living just comfortably. There's nothing happening. Right. You know what I'm saying? There's no plagues on that land. It stops right where our land was. We were just fine. You know what I mean?
Right.
So Pharaoh's talking about making a sacrifice for our God in the land of Egypt, and Moses is like, nah, let us go in our own, you know what I mean? Let's go into the wilderness and make a sacrifice to our God instead of us, you know what I mean, being here where this corruption is at. You know what I mean? So did you want to add on to Yaquan?
No, Salaki, I just wanted to say that all I could, while I'm reading these scriptures, is all I can imagine like Egypt being like Skid Row,
right?
Like even 10 times, like all the funk and all that infestation. That's a good picture of how Egypt looked at that time,
right? And just imagine like a suburb looking like that. You know what I mean? Now the what do you call it again? The Hollywood Hills is smelling like decayed, you know what I mean?
Right.
Just feces and just a dead body. The Hollywood Hills smell like a dead body full of just lights and flies and just a disgusting place to be at. You know what I mean? Just imagine that. Like,
right.
It's not just, you know what I mean, you go to the ghetto and Skid Row and you expect for it to smell and to look like that. But to go from that to the suburbs, to the Calabasas, you know what I mean? And you seeing that it smells like dead bodies and looks like horror, like a horror film, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like the Lord is punishing the hell out of that place. So it's like it was probably just a sight to see for Moses and them when they stepped in and seen what the Lord was doing in that place. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like the whole place was becoming just a dread. You know what I mean? So now we're at the point where you can tell that Pharaoh is not just going through it, but he's humiliating.
Right.
And he doesn't, he says so much. Oh yeah, well, you can go and sacrifice for your God, but just don't go too far. Okay, well, if you was going to be a man of your word and you said that you was going to let God's people go, the children of Israel go, then why would it matter how far they went to go make a sacrifice? You know what I mean?
Right.
Why are you so concerned about not going too far and staying in your eyesight into your being your captive? You know what I mean? Why is that your concern? Shouldn't you be wanting them to go as far away from your dwellings as possible? But the thing about it is Pharaoh is embarrassed.
Right.
He is humiliated. So his heart is hardened. He's like, I'm going to destroy these people. You know what I'm saying? So go do what you got to do in order to get rid of these plagues, get rid of these flies, get rid of it. You know what I mean? Get rid of these lights. And once they're gone and your God gets rid of them, I'm about to destroy y'all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is what's going on in his perspective. But little does he know. So now it doesn't say that the Lord had to harden Pharaoh's heart. It says that Pharaoh's heart was hardened, and you know what I mean, it was he was not had no initiative to allow the children of Israel to go.
Right.
Not only did he not want them to go at this point, now he wants to destroy him. You know what I'm saying? Now he's upset.
Right.
He's pissed off. His place is becoming desolate, and he's not enjoying that at all. So, you know what I mean? We are way past the time. So, Salakia, this class will definitely continue next Saturday. Brother Itazam is going to definitely get into the ins and outs of what's going on in Egypt at that time period. One of my favorite records in the book, in the Bible. You know what I mean? But I mean, that's all we got for y'all today. The water for y'all tuning in. We appreciate y'all in the chat, except for multitude. You can stay where you at.
We can call them single tooth. Single tooth.
Blocklitude. You know what I'm saying? But the water for y'all tuning in. We don't say, you know what I mean? Yeah, most definitely the most high hand. Say shalom, Israel, Yahweh, brothers, shalom, Yahweh, Shema, sisters. Go ahead.